Hey everyone, welcome to On the Rocks. I'm your trail guide, Claudia Faust. Every week I'll take you on a new adventure as I check hikes, waterfalls, and other outdoor activities off of my Arizona bucket list. Today we're hiking Monument Peak Trail in Payson. Monument Peak Trail is a very easy loop trail that's only 3.5 miles long with just over 200 feet of elevation gain. Payson is full of long, difficult trails, so this was a nice change of pace.
I love going on difficult hikes, I think you know that by now, but every now and then it's nice to go on more of a trail walk and just take in nature and the beautiful views, especially after doing a difficult hike the day before. It's time to relax, so let's go check it out.
The first thing I noticed was how different the plant life was on this trail versus what you typically see in the Phoenix area. The climate was dry, but the plants were also green and even had some fall-like orange and yellow coloring. This trail feels like it's in a bit of a valley, giving you great views of the surrounding peaks. And speaking of peaks, that's Monument Peak right there. Nailed it. The trail is entirely on this sandy path with lots and lots of space to walk with a big group or for several people to ride bikes along. Some of the trail is very exposed to the sun, but if you go early in the morning like we did, it'll be the perfect temperature for a simple trail walk, doggy cam time, who's having more fun. It's kind of hard to tell. Anyways, I think this hike is also very well marked, which is more useful than you'd think on a typical loop trail. There were so many cutaway paths that I truthfully didn't know where they'd lead, so I made sure to stick to the loop the whole time. There were a lot of beautiful wildflowers that brought some unexpected pops of color along the path, and there were so many different kinds of tall, beautiful trees that towered over the trail. Here I realized that this must also be an ATV path, which would be really fun for beginners because it's a very flat trail with very few rocks obstructing the path.
Are these not the biggest pine cones you've ever seen? I can't even fit it in my hand.
Coming back around the loop was my favorite part because you got stunning views of the surrounding mountains with a more jagged face. We began this hike around 7 o'clock in the morning, and about an hour in, it was the most perfect temperature. Later in the day would probably be too hot because of the trail's exposure, but this was the perfect way to relax and get that early morning pick-me-up.
It took exactly 1.5 hours to complete the loop, and I can't say there's very many trails I've trekked that are relaxing the whole way through. Most of the time they're pretty challenging, but I thought this was a great hike. Definitely come out with your families and enjoy the open space. Lots of people can hike together and some gorgeous views.
Thanks for joining me. I'll see you next time on the rocks.